To serve 4 to 6, you'll need 240 ml, 8 fluid ounces of milk, 3 teaspoons of powdered gelatine or 4 sheets of gelatine, 240 ml, 8 fluid ounces of double or whipping cream, 1 vanilla pod, split lengthways with the seeds scraped out, 75 grams, 3 ounces of sugar. For the sauce, you'll need about 225 grams, 8 ounces of soft fruit such as strawberries or any other berries, 50 grams, 2 ounces of sugar, 1 to 2 tablespoons of honey. The first step of this recipe is to dissolve the gelatin, and the way you dissolve it really will depend on what type of gelatin you're using and even to some extent what brand. I'm using powdered gelatin for this recipe, and according to the instructions on the packet I have to sprinkle this onto warm liquid and stir it until it dissolves. So I've been heating the milk that I'm using in a pan until it's hot but not boiling. Now I'm just going to put a couple of large spoonfuls of that in a small bowl. I'm going to sprinkle my gelatin over the top, and always add the gelatin to the liquid and not the liquid to the gelatin. And then it says to just stir it vigorously until it's melted. Now if you're using leaf gelatin, you have to pre-soak it for about 10 minutes, usually in cold liquid. So just take some of the cold milk and break the gelatin leaves up into the cold milk and leave them to soak for 10 minutes. Once the gelatin has dissolved, set it aside and then add the cream, sugar and the vanilla pod with the seeds to the milk that's left in the pan, because we didn't use it all. And you need to bring this mixture just to simmering point. Once it's come to simmering point, remove from the heat and take out the vanilla pod. Add your gelatin mixture and stir with a whisk until the gelatin has completely dissolved, which will only take a minute or so. You then need to transfer the mixture to the ramekins, and I find it easier to transfer it to a measuring jug, and then it's easy to pour directly into the ramekins without spilling it. I'm using quite small ramekins here, so I have 6. However, the normal sized ramekins that you buy, this mixture will serve 4. Place the filled ramekins on a large plate or flat tray, allow to cool at room temperature, and then chill for at least 2 hours, preferably 4, until they're completely set. Once the panna cotta are set, there's a number of ways that you can serve them. You can just serve them directly from the ramekin, perhaps with some fresh berries or soft fruit, topped with some fruit coulis, which is easily made just by boiling up some soft fruit. You'll need about 225 grams, 8 ounces of strawberries or other berries, and 2 ounces of sugar and a little honey, and you basically just boil that all up and mash it, and then allow it to cool before passing through a sieve, or you could even just blend it up to make it smoother. However, the traditional way is to actually unmould them, and to do this you'll need to place each panna cotta mould into some very hot or boiling water, just so that it loosens it from the ramekin. And after a few seconds, just loosen the edges with a knife and turn onto a plate. Give it a little shake and it should come out. Delicious vanilla panna cotta with a fresh berry coulis.